We live in wild cities. For some of you this may sound very strange. I mean, surely cities are the opposite of wild. I mean, cities reflect our civilization, our efforts to be civilized, to be not wild. But in fact that's not the case at all, because cities reflect us and we reflect them. They are mirrors to all of our ambitions, our fetishes, our desires, our hopes, our aspirations, as a people, as a race, as a species. So what our cities do is they reflect the way in which we're progressing those very values that we hold dear to our hearts. But yet when we look at our cities, not everything we see makes us feel comfortable. We look at our cities and we can see things that are good. We see incredible innovation. We see unbelievable creativity. We see people sharing, loving, making their lives together, being happy. This is good. But if we look at another way through and look at our cities, we can see elements that don't make us feel so comfortable. We could see poverty, we can see disengagement from the natural world, we can see degradation of both other people and other species, and perhaps these are elements that don't make us feel so comfortable and so good. So the wild city might be about wild weather. In climate change we have examples of this in abundance. It might be about wild capitalism in a way David Harvey has called feral capitalism, rampant neoliberalism where the market logic rules above all else. It might be about wild people who take their power and prestige and take it in directions that are corrupt and not thoughtful or kind or generous about the other people that they need to engage with. So there are many elements to the wild city, but a number of authors have noted that, you know, if our collective ambition doesn't have at some base some values that underpin it, some ethical values that have justice and fairness and equity at their heartlands, then where will we go? Where is our direction? What is the future that we can progress towards? So a just and ethical city is about identifying and redressing as a collective, as a community, the ways in which we want our cities to be. So a key part of addressing the wild city is to think about what kind of city do we want to be a part of. David Harvey and Henri Lefebvre talks about the right to the city, and this is not just our capacity to access the city, but it's our capacity to reimagine and have an active agency in the directions in which that city progresses. And this is the heartlands of the just and ethical city. It's about what principles and values can collectively we pull together within our own context. So I'm thinking of your city, of my city, and how can we then build those into a future progressive direction that takes us to more sustainable, more fair, low carbon cities that we all need and crave.